It was the early 1990s. Nintendo and Sega were in a war between their 16-bit consoles, the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. By the end of the 1992 holiday season, Nintendo went from holding 90% of the market to almost 50% thanks to Sega's intense marketing and a certain blue hedgehog stealing the spotlight. In 1993, Nintendo released a game for the Super NES that utilized a new graphics chip called the Super FX. It was a microchip designed to enhance the Super NES's capabilities of both 2D and 3D graphics, and the game that helped showcase what the chip and console can do was StarFox. It was a rail shooter where you take a ship through levels while going through enemies and obstacles. It was surreal for players at the time to see polygons and 3D graphics, especially for a 16-bit home console to pull it off. It proved successful as StarFox went on to sell 4 million copies worldwide, and went on to become one of Nintendo's biggest series. Star Fox 64, released for the Nintendo 64 in 1997 in particular, is what many people considered the series' peak, as it took what made the original game and expanded with graphics, sounds, and loads of replay value. Personally, it is one of my favorite games of all time, and occasionally boot up the N64 as I look to beat my previous scores. Since 64's release, the Star Fox series had an experimental phase during the 2000s, with Adventures and Assault on the GameCube, Command on the DS, and even a remake of 64 on the 3DS. Then in 2016, a new Star Fox game was released on the Wii U in form of Star Fox Zero. It had what made the early games great, but its over-reliance of those elements and its controls made it fade to obscurity, and so far, the series as well. For years, people have been asking for a new Star Fox game that captures the gameplay that we know and love without any complicated controls or rehash. Then, in October of 2023, a small independent studio from Spain released a game that looks to capture that arcade rail shooter gameplay that we know and love from Nintendo and modernize it for the current generation. In this video, I'll be showcasing the good, the bad, and the in-between of Raptor Claw's rail shooter, starring a couple of furry pilots. So sit back and relax as I take you through Lightspeed, a FURSquadron. FURSquadron takes place during a routine training in virtual reality, but an unknown threat causes the team to be stuck in a simulation where if you die inside, you die for real. The team consists of 3 members: Blaze, the leader, Axel, the technology expert, and Kiro, the ace pilot. When first entering the game, you instantly notice the many homages and callbacks to Star Fox, from the gibberish voice clips, the level designs, to even how the ship moves. The virtual reality setting reminded me of not just the original Star Fox, but other games such as Rez on the PS2 or Tempest 2000. The controls are pretty simple. You shoot lasers, missiles, and of course... do a barrel roll! Thanks, Peppy. Anyway, during the levels, you could gain items such as extra missiles, refilling your shield, and even upgrading the laser. The more ships you shoot down, the more points you'll gain thanks to a combo system where it increases when not taking any damage, which can be encouraging for those who look to do a no damage run or even try to beat their score. At the end of the level, there is a boss battle which has weak points that can't be detected with the charged laser. Once you complete the game for the first time, you unlock a new difficulty to challenge yourself. And once you complete that one, you'll unlock an expert difficulty, so it is good to practice your flying skills. For a small scale title, I wish it wasn't so short. You could finish a run through of the game in under 30 minutes, and even with the increased difficulty, it can be done without even thinking about it. And while it is nice that the ship has the moves and abilities that we know and love from Star Fox, it sucks that somersaults and brakes aren't part of the arsenal. I feel that the game also lacks additional content, as depending on what platform you play this on, it is easy to get achievements for you hunters out there. FURSquadron is a solid love letter to Fox McCloud and his crew, with its smooth gameplay and nostalgic presentation. It is a bite-sized adventure for rail shooter enthusiasts that has a lot of potential, and for its low price, I would definitely recommend picking this title up. Despite its short length, Raptor Claw has successfully blended nostalgia with modern gaming elements, creating a title that appeals to longtime fans and newcomers alike. As of this recording, the studio announced a sequel for FURSquadron that is looking to be released in 2025, and based on what I have seen, I'm looking forward to it. FURSquadron showcases a level of creativity and attention to detail that sets it apart, leaving players eagerly anticipating what the future holds for this captivating series, all in a small package. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.